have to be very honest with you, my brothers and sisters. Whenever some things happen inside of my dragon's path, I have no answers. I still to this day, I have no answers. How to do it and how some things happened. Because sometimes I have dreams about dragons. In this in this bed. In this bed I actually had many dreams about dragons, good or bad. Whenever the good dreams were there, I loved it. I wrote it down in my book of Dragon Shadows. It was like not a dream, but something that really happened. Not a real dream, but I woke up from it. Like it was a different life, with a different time, with a different everything. Whenever I saw the dragon, it was unforgettable. Sometimes I dream of dragons as well, of dragons being hurt, and it feels like a test. But what happens next, whenever I wake up from this dream of dragons, you can say dream of dragons, whenever I wake up, and 9 out of 10 this happens, dragons emit a special smell, my brothers and sisters. You know, sometimes you just need to smell them. And that is what I had. 9 times out of 10, whenever I dream of my dragon, I can still smell him. And that is what is something that I can actually, for real, I cannot explain this. Why can I still smell you? And that makes that dream so much more special. Of course, your bedroom is special place. Should be a special place. Here in my bedroom, for example, I have my altar always. And it actually always started with my altar. Many years ago, in the beginning of my path, I created my altar in my bedroom. And without even knowing it, without even realizing it, I was led into doing rituals. But not rituals that I looked up of, or rituals that I have to do from someone else or a recommendation or whatever. No, I did this out of pure desire and out of pure will. I learned for myself, like I was guided from someone or something. Like there was something inside of my room that was guiding me into do these rituals. And with success, every single time that I did a ritual, it was successful. Every single time I could see, I could even feel and smell, and all of the 6 senses were just awakened whenever I did my rituals here. From that moment, I could realize that magic was real, and I don't care about magic from Harry Potter or something like this. I don't care about role-playing games or fantasy. This is real, and that is why I cannot stand that dragons are being seen as fantasy. They are not. They are very much real, and whenever you do rituals out of pure desire, you become much more like a dragon, which is. You don't need anyone else but yourself. A bedroom can be actually very powerful, my brothers and sisters, because this is your cave. Here you can do whatever you desire, whatever you like. This is your place where you should let the magic happen, so that you are undistracted by humanity. That here you can talk with your dragons, undisturbed. And I did this ever since the beginning of my path. Of course, in the beginning, I was a little bit like sketchy. Like maybe I'm all dreaming this. Maybe I'm becoming crazy. Maybe all of these things are happening because I just wanted to desire it. But every single thing that eventually happened, all of this paranormal activity, all of these smells, all of these 6 senses, I could even at the moment touch my dragon. I'm not kidding. I'm really 100% really real with you. I'm serious. All of my senses could see the dragon. Of course, the human eye cannot see the dragon, but somewhere you change your human eye in a dragon's eye. And I cannot even say to you how to do that. That is for everyone different. But what I can say to you, the more your desire is high for the dragon, the more power that you give to yourself and to your dragons. The more that you surrender yourself to them and they surrender yourself to you, you are becoming one with it. And that is being called the dragon eye, when you become one with your dragons. That is why you can see them sometimes without even seeing them with your human eyes. But one of the most special senses that I've ever felt whenever I dream about them is whenever I can smell him. I know the smell of a dragon. I know the smell of my dragon. It's special. I cannot actually compare it that much. Like, no, really, I cannot really compare it. But I know whenever I smell it, it's him. It's him again. I mean, dragons have special smells above them, and but we have different realities. The dragon realm is in the fifth gate. The fifth gate, my brothers, that is far away, unreachable, and yet with your dragon eye, you can still manage to have their smell and their presence here on your bed. Here on your bed, so far away. That is what dragons are capable of. They can break so many gates, but they cannot do it alone. They need you to break all of these gates. They need you to be by their side, and together you are all the dragon's eye, the dragon's circle that is unbreakable, but you can break gates together. That is why inside of dreams, so-called dreams, but these are not really dreams. These are sometimes events that really happen because of astral projection, because of your desire for the dragon. And what makes you a dragon witch is all of the manipulation that happens. Manipulation is another word for magic, for not really that you open doors without opening them, really. No, magic is a manipulation of nature, and manipulation of your own spirit, manipulation of something that shouldn't happen, and yet you make it happen. And that is what magic is. In this case, dragon magic, you can make it happen that the dragon come to you. And that the dragon make it happen that you are still recognizing them, that you are still feeling your dragon spirit, that you are becoming a dragon witch, a very powerful entity that you are. You might not even notice this. You might not even know it, that you are such a powerful being. But this is eventually what you are, my brothers and sisters. And that is why, and in the beginning, I didn't know what was going on, but I was thinking that I was still dreaming whenever I could still smell the dragon. And whenever I smell the dragon, I just wanted to hold them. I knew that they were still on my bed. I know that they never left. They never left. It's just reality. My eyes are pushing them away, but not my desire. Not my spirit is still screaming for the dragon, and that is why they want to stay with you, even though you are no longer closing your eyes. You are not longer asleep, so-called. You have your soul now. Now it's time to be in this reality, but the dragon never leaves you behind. That is the reason why you sometimes can even smell them. Sometimes you can even have these moments whenever temperature is completely different on another place, because a dragon spirit has or sometimes a very warm spirit, or sometimes a very cold one, but not the same temperature as in this world. A very cold spot or a hot spot, you can say. And whenever you go through your dragon, and you can feel that, it's a very changing temperature, but it's also affecting your own spirit, because whenever your dragon is coming through you, that is a moment that you are interacting with them, with your own dragon spirit. And whenever you can feel your own dragon spirit, that is actually a very good moment, a very moment of connection with your dragon. And whenever you come together, the dragon god, the dragon guardian, and the dragon spirit, whenever you come together as one, you become the dragon's eye. One eye, three dragons. And that is sometimes what happens on my bed itself. And of course, everything happened on my bed. Like I said, I made an altar. I made rituals. I sacrificed my own self and my own soul to this image that you can see in front of you. I sacrificed it with all of what I had. With seriousness, I was not kidding. I was giving everything to them. And whenever happened is that this image is now a piece of us. We give a piece of us to this image. And now you can call it like a place in between our place and the fifth gate, or the dragon realm, you can say. People who are skeptic, people who don't know about this, will say how crazy it is. A role-play game, fantasy. Whatever I've seen, my brothers and sisters, and whatever I experienced, I'm a very skeptical man. I don't just believe to believe. I just don't do it because I desire it. No, I pushed the dragon away in the beginning because I thought it was too much. But whatever I've seen and whenever I experienced, and I don't want to brag with this, I never actually, I thought that I never asked for this, but my spirit asked for this. Whenever I've seen, it's not something that you can ignore. I cannot ignore it. I cannot ignore the dragon. Why should you ignore the dragon? I mean, not because of people that you should this. And in the beginning, I felt so dumb actually to ignore the dragon. Why should you do that? Because people want that? Because you think you're going crazy? No. You don't need to push the dragon away whatsoever. Never push the dragon away. It's like pushing yourself away. You should not push yourself away. That doesn't even make sense. Why should you push yourself away? Of course not. And whenever I could smell the dragon on my bedroom, I had to be much more awake to realize that I can still smell him. And that I took actually my hand where the smell comes from, and I could feel that. The dragon was still there. That I could realize that the dragon never left, never is going away, but it's just your human eye that cannot see them, your human senses that cannot feel them, your human nose that cannot smell them. But it's all a layer, my brothers and sisters. The other layer that is within it is the nose of the dragon. Within it is the eye of the dragon. Within it is the feelings of the dragon. All of the senses that you have. Whenever I had a dream of my dragons and I could see them, I was not a human at that moment. I was a dragon. And I could still have that at that moment when I was waking up. I still had this draconic senses. And that was having me to smell them. And sometimes I can still smell them and see them and feel them. And just by walking by. Because the spirit is still there. The spirit here actually is most of the time asleep. But sometimes the spirit of the dragon that is living within you, because you are the dragon spirit, is still noticing the dragon with you. And that is where we as dragon witches should work on. We do a little bit of effort actually into feeling and to experience our dragons. And it's all worth it, my brothers and sisters. Whatever I had this on this bed, I mean, all of the experiences, and in between it, my dragon altar with all of the dragon, items, you can say, all of blessed items, these are blessed items by the dragon, blessed by the dragon and ourselves. It's a portal to the other side, you can say. And so you have these layers, my brothers and sisters. Layers, it's just, like I said, the human body is just a shell. And everything within can still notice the dragon. All of the senses of the dragon is still living inside. The reason for that is your awakened draconic soul. Of course, it can be confusing. Very much confusing, because no one tells me that this is a thing, It just happens. And sometimes I have no answers to everything that happens. But it happens anyway. It is a path that we decide to be on, a path that no one else took, but your dragon says it's time to take this path. And whenever you smell them, whenever you see them, whenever you experience them, whenever you love them so much, then it's time actually to go on a path that nobody else took. You don't need to be afraid to get lost, because your dragon is always there to guide you.